Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is David. Welcome to a brand new news episode. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't, so let's jump right into it. Actually, we got some super interesting information from Persona Central yesterday, so shout out to them. If you're interested in reading the whole article about the subject, link is down in the description below. Very informative. I highly suggest checking it out. But today, of course, I want to talk about the recent trademarks. If you don't know, yesterday Atlas had to renew some of their trademarks because in 2017 Atlas filled a bunch of websites trademarks which were set to expire on April 30th 2021 according to Persona Central. And those trademarks were P5AG, 13C, P3D, P5D, and P5U. Those were the trademarks that were maintained until the expiry date. Yesterday, they reported on the fact that Atlas renewed the P5U trademark alongside the P3D and P5D trademarks, which of course are for the Persona 3 and Persona 5 dancing games. In other words, that means they want and need to keep those intellectual properties and protect them. That being the trademarks for the dancing games and the mysterious P5U, which was renewed by Atlas. P5AG, that was disposed of. That was not renewed, so they dropped it basically. But for whatever reason, they kept P5U, so this is where it gets really interesting. This obviously leads to a lot of speculation. And before I start the discussion about P5U, why did they drop P5AG? Some people were saying, is it a P5 Akechi Goro, maybe some type of spinoff for Akechi? Arena Golden is something that I had in mind. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we'll never know, I guess, because they dropped the trademark. Now, I want to do a quick disclaimer before I start to get into the big speculations of what P5U is. Trademarks can be an indicator of upcoming games announcements, such as P3D and P5D, which were later revealed to be dancing games, of course. But they can also be used for various different things. They can be used for merch, such as figures, hard books, anything. Sometimes they just want to protect an IP, so maybe they have something in mind with P5U that's not even in the works, but they still want to protect the trademark and make sure that whenever they want to show their project, they have the legal rights to. So maybe we're looking too much into it, but looking at past history, maybe it's worth discussing. I think it's worth discussing. So let's jump right into the speculation now. A lot of people are speculating that this is indeed Persona 5 Arena. And the reason for that is simple. Maybe you'll ask me, why isn't the trademark P5A? Well, that's simple because P5U, well, P4U in Japan is the trademark for Persona 4 Arena, not Ultimax, Persona 4 Arena. The trademark is P4U. So people are speculating that P5U is actually the trademark for an upcoming Persona 5 Arena. That's right. Sorry, Wii U fans. I guess Persona 5 Wii U isn't coming anytime soon. This is not by any means a confirmation for Persona 5 Arena, but I still think it gives this sport some additional credibility. Now, here's my opinion on the matter. If you've been following me for a while now, you already know where I am when it comes to the possibility of a Persona 5 Arena game. For various different reasons, but most importantly, the state of Arc System Works, which is the developer that co-developed Persona 4 Arena alongside certain Atlas developers. Arc System, they have multiple massive projects in the works right now. After the big success of Dragon Ball FighterZ, I assume that they're not necessarily aiming for a lower tier project such as Persona 5 Arena, since Persona 4 Arena sold okay but not that great. So I would assume they're not interested in that since Dragon Ball FighterZ is a multi-million seller. So that was my hypothesis, alongside other arguments. If you're interested, I'll link down in the description below. I already made a video discussing all things Persona 5 Arena, so if you want to hear more about why I don't necessarily think it's likely, check this link down in the description below. On the other hand, as I reported last week, I gotta admit, it makes a bit more sense now. Now there's this trademark, but most importantly, Persona 5 Strikers sold over 1.3 million copies in just over a year, and that's extremely impressive for a spin-off. Persona 5 is hella big, it seems like, so that's very exciting to see. And man, I think it's a bit more likely now that this trademark indeed means Persona 5 Arena. Do I think it's happening? Not really, but it gives credibility. At least now it's not just, oh, it's definitely not happening. I think it's a possibility. I'm not in the camp of, oh yeah, it's happening, but I'm not in the camp of, it's definitely not happening anymore because of the success of Strikers and because of this trademark. I think there's some weight to it. Personally, I'd be down for a Persona 5 Arena. Again, as I mentioned before, I'm kind of good with P5 now, so if they don't do anything else with P5, I'm okay. But if they pump out something else, that's also okay. I'll obviously check it out, and hopefully it's good. If it's P5 Arena, that'd be great because we could play together on the channel here. So I think that would be very exciting at the end of the day. So that'd be cool. When it comes to other Persona 5 spin-off, maybe P5U means something else. That's extremely hard to predict because, again, I talked about that before and I just don't really know where they could head, in which direction they could head for P5 in the future other than Arena. So it is very hard to tell. Maybe they could do some type of Persona 5 Ultimax, just name it that way, and make it be a fusion of like P4 Ultimax with P5 characters, use the same base and stuff. That would definitely sell a lot of copies and would require less work than a brand new game, I would assume. But I'm really stretching it. I don't know. It's just speculation. So speaking of speculation, I do have my good friend Kuro from the Midnight Channel here today, and he is going to let you guys know what he thinks of this trademark that got renewed yesterday.
What's up, David? How's it going? This is Kuro with the Midnight Channel. I really do appreciate you inviting me for this video. It's awesome. So Persona 5U just was announced recently. I'm sure you already went over the details of that as far as what it could mean. To me, I don't know. I feel really conflicted on this for a few different reasons, but mainly I have some kind of exhaustion from Persona games at this point. Not in a bad way, just kind of like a, oh man, I really want to see the next Persona game instead. But as far as just in general, what it could mean for us and everything, I feel like it really could mean just, personally, I do see that it's gonna be like an arena situation. I know you have mentioned in your video before regarding the situation with Arc Systems and everything, but Arc Systems does have another team that does other stuff, so I'm curious to see if they're probably working on it or not. I would definitely love it to see it if it was Arena, because I particularly love the Arena games. Even though they're silly in storytelling and everything like that, I still feel like they're really fun to play. The gameplay itself is really good. So I personally would like to see another Ultimax. You know, I guess it really does match, you know, P5 Ultimax or something like that. Before it was like AG or something like that, which could have also be like Arena something, like Arena Golden or something, I don't know. So it could just be anything really. I know it could be, I would personally would like to see if it was like another type of RPG, maybe like a crossover RPG, but in the style of Persona, not in the style of like the chibi Persona Q games or anything like that. But I'm really bad with acronyms, and U doesn't really have any cool letters in English, at least like nothing that I can think of that could be like really cool with U as a word. I don't know. It could be anything. It could just be Untitled. You know, Persona 5 Untitled spin-off game. You know, it could just be that. It could just be that they don't have a name for it yet, and they're still trying to come up with something. I don't know. It could be anything really. Domains can be done, but they can also be updated at any time. You know, they can just say, hey, you know, we gotta do something or whatever. So it could easily just be Persona 5 Untitled, you know, like an Untitled spin-off game. Anyway, that is pretty much in my guess here. I don't really have much to go from here, because they renew and canceled a bunch of them too. Like they canceled the I don't know, what was it they canceled the AG, and they have canceled a bunch of other ones too before. So I don't know, it could just be anything really, but that's pretty much my 2 cents on here. Thank you so much for having me in your channel, and I'll leave it up to you. See you later.
Alright, thank you for that information, Kira. I really appreciate that. So that was what we think about this little trademark that got renewed yesterday. Now, of course, as always, guys, drop a comment below and let us know, what do you think is going down when it comes to P5U? Does it mean anything? Are we looking too deep into it? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you liked the video, as always, we appreciate the support. Thumbs up helps a lot, you have no idea. And I have some big things planned for the channel, so I hope you look forward to it. And if you're new to the channel, you're at the right place. I'm trying to be the reference when it comes to Atlas, Shin Megami Tensei, and Persona news, so don't forget to ring the little bell icon to get notified every single time that I upload whenever something comes up. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.